everybody. This is Theresa Richardson.
And Sabrina Sloan.
And with us today, we have one of our other biz bestie,
wonderful
I guess
members.
Besties. You could, call it members. It's not a girls club or anything, but it's members.
Yes.
Jen Rogers.
Yes.
Thank you for coming, Jen, taking your afternoon with us.
Thank you so much.
Jen owns probably the best business in the industry that we all need. Every day we need this. And there's just something about hers that makes everything and everyone else's stand apart. But I'm going to let her explain how that is. And Jen,
thanks.
welcome. Tell us what you're here for.
Yeah, so my main company is Just Peachy Clean. We're a residential cleaning business in the Daytona Beach, Florida area. We cover mostly East Volusia County, so from Ormond by the Sea down to Edgewater. We have started going into DeLand a little bit, but that's really as far as we go. I-4 is kind of our cutoff for going over there. But we do everything from, top to bottom, deep cleans, move-ins, move-outs, real estate make-readies, weekly, bi-weekly, every 4-week service, even just occasional stuff if you don't want to get on a regular set schedule. And we also do what we call priority cleans, which is where if you call us and you say, hey, I only want 3 hours, whatever you're going to charge me for 3 hours, you give us a list of your priorities in order of importance, and we'll go through and we'll clean what we can in that time that we're there. But we can't guarantee we're going to get everything. We can only guarantee we're going to start at the top and work down until we run out of time.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Because everyone always says, well, how long is it going to take? You're like, oh, I've never seen your house. I really don't understand what I'm getting myself into.
Right. So a great thing about us is that you can call us and we have questions that we ask and we can give you a price over the phone. And it is probably about 95% accurate because we have our production rates down. So if you call us and we go through and we're going to ask you how big your house is, the square footage, how many bedrooms, how many baths, if you've got people that live there, if you've got pets. And then we have a dirt code kind of thing that we talk to you about. And we ask you what you think your dirt code is. And based on all of the questions that we ask you, our system and our software knows what our production rates are. And it'll say, okay, that house for a top to bottom is going to take 12 to 14 hours. So this is how you would schedule it. This is how you would price for it.
Okay. Wow. I like that. A dirt code. I want to know more about that. That's interesting. So I would judge my dirt code differently than you would judge my dirt code.
So what we do is the dirt code is 1 to 10. Excuse me. 1 being the absolute best. Like think Martha Stewart worthy, catalog ready.
Okay.
Right? 10, think of an episode of Hoarders, but without all the garbage.
Oh yeah. I do not fall there, but
right. So that's
I'm not Martha either.
Right. That's what we try to explain people. Most people fall in about a 5. So usually when you say, oh, I think I'm 2-3, then we're going to read back to you what a 2-3 looks like. And if you say yes, you're like, okay, so there's no dust on the baseboards at all. There's no buildup of dust on the fans or anything. Well, no, actually there is. Okay, then you're probably more like a 4 or 5. So we'll put you there instead. Like we will talk to the person that we're on the phone with to make sure that they're giving us as the accurate information as possible. Because we don't want there to be any surprises the day we show up. So we're telling everybody the price is based on your accurate depiction of your home. So it's our job to kind of pull that information out from you, so that we can give you the most accurate price possible. But we pride ourselves on communicating above and beyond. So if our cleaning technicians get there, we send a certified deep clean specialist. She has been trained to be a deep clean specialist. So she goes in and she evaluates the job as soon as she gets there. And if there's any discrepancy, she calls us immediately and says, oh, hey, this house is way cleaner than we thought it was going to be. We'll get done way faster. Just giving you a heads up. Or she'll go, hey, this house is way worse than expected. It's going to need a lot more love. We need more time. And at that point, we call the client immediately and say, hey, based on your description, it actually needs a little bit more love than what you described. These are our options. And then we'll lay out the options for them.
I like that way you put that. It's going to need more love.
I was thinking the same thing.
It's so much nicer, right? Than just saying, girl, you are not as clean as you thought you were.
Right. Well, and this sounds terrible, but everybody gets blind to their own mess. My house, listen, y'all don't come to my house. Just because I own a cleaning company does not mean my house is neat and tidy all the time. It's
the plumber's house always has leaky faucets too. So,
yes.
I mean, that works out that way.
Because I always thought, her house is so clean. Every time I looked at her.
No, I also don't judge your houses if I come over to your houses, I promise. It's not what I do. But no, everybody gets kind of blind to their own mess because you're just used to it. You're in it every day. It's like a best friend that you see that is losing weight over time. You don't notice that they've lost so much weight. And then all of a sudden you see them try on clothes and you're like, oh my gosh, because you're in it every day. You don't see it,
Good
Or
point.
if you go for a couple months without seeing them, like, oh my gosh, you've lost so much weight or you look so great or whatever. Same with your house. You're in it every day. You don't really see it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Especially those fans.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Fans are awful.
They can, yeah.
Yeah. And then you wake up in the morning and you're like, I can't breathe. Well, I wonder why. Because all that fan stuff was blowing around your face.
Yep.
I know just because I've heard you speaking in the past that did you create that software that you
No,
have?
no,
Okay.
I didn't.
There was a software I know that you've created for something, right?
So I actually am a facilitator for it's called Warplan AI, and it is a software that is used for small businesses for tracking goals and tracking marketing and progress. And it actually helps you reverse engineer your goals. So if you say, at the end of the year, I want to be making $500,000, you put in that dollar amount, and then based on the other information you have fed it, it says, okay, to hit that number, you need this many clients and you need this many employees to be able to cover that kind of capacity. So it reverse engineers your goals for you to tell you exactly what you need to do. And it's a ton of marketing training, and it helps you track your marketing so that you can look at it accurately and go, oh, hey, I think Facebook brings me a lot of leads, but when you put it in here, it tracks it and you go, no, I know Facebook is. Or you go, man, I'm getting way more Google leads than I am getting Facebook leads. Why am I pouring so much money into Facebook? So it just helps you iron out all of those marketing channels and everything so that you can be spending your money the best way possible to get your business the most amount of exposure.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's a great program. That's my coaching program. So the other business that I own is called Profit Pathways.
And I was going to lead into that because I know that is something that you're very passionate about.
I am.
You're helping people and you've got a lot of things going on. You've got your hands everywhere like an octopus, but, and obviously Just Peachy Clean is right up there at the top. But
that's my baby.
But everything to make that successful comes from other places, like your business coaching. So
Yeah. Well, the thing is I started the business not intending to start a business cleaning, right? I consider myself an accidental entrepreneur because I didn't go into the business to start a business. I went into the business because I had a baby and I lost my job and we needed money. And so I'm working 4 jobs. My husband was working 2 jobs. And then it just so happened that the cleaning ended up taking off. So I didn't start it because I knew what I was doing. I started it because I was good at cleaning, which is what most people do. They start a business because they are good at a thing. And then that thing isn't enough anymore because you only have so many hours in a day. I can only clean. I mean, there are days that I would clean for 18 hours. That's not healthy. I would never do that to any of my employees, but I did what I had to do back then, But there's only so many hours in a day that somebody can actually work. So if you plan on scaling your business, then you have to start looking at it going, what do I need to get in place to be able to hire so that I can get myself out of the field more so I can focus just on growing the business. So I'm so passionate about helping people learn about their finances, about their marketing strains, about their customer acquisition costs, all of the things that go into running a business that nobody ever teaches you. I mean, even if you go to school for a business degree, you don't walk out with that knowledge.
You do not walk out with that knowledge,
Right.
not at all. There's just stuff that life experiences are way more valuable.
And
than
surrounding yourself by
anything.
the right people, the people that are smarter than you.
Yep. Both of those, I think, are actually right up there with a degree.
Yeah.
That's your degree. Yeah.
I feel like
that's a good point.
Yeah, I feel like the last 3 years I invested in a coaching program that is specifically for cleaning businesses, and the last 3 years in doing that, I feel like I got a college degree in running a cleaning business. The amount of knowledge that we've been given and we've been taught, and that I seek outside now. Like before, I was like, I don't know, I guess I'm doing things right. I got a business, we got clients, I got some employees. I was not doing anything right. But by the time I joined that coaching program, I was ready to close the business. I was done with it. I didn't want to even try to sell it. I just wanted to be done with it. And I joined that business. And from the time I joined, September of 2021 to today, we've grown over 500%.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask you how many employees, because you cover
It's a big area.
huge. Edgewater, DeLand, what did you
to Ormond
say?
by the Sea.
Ormond by the Sea.
Yeah.
That's a lot of territory. How many employees do you have? And I know, because I know you, they're vetted. They've been with you for quite some time too. And that's hard to find.
Yeah. So our long-term one, we're always hiring A players. We always are, because we're always growing. We're always getting people calling. But we've got veterans that have been there 2-3 years now, which I love. I love my culture so much. But we've got newer ones because we are always hiring. But the thing is when we hire, we want to make sure they're a good fit. And if they're not, when we put them into training, if they're not a good fit by day 3, we want to cut them loose right away because they still have applications out and they still have interviews that they can go see. If I put it off because I'm like, oh, maybe they'll be okay. Maybe they'll be okay. And then 6 weeks from now, I know I've confirmed what I already knew on day 3. Now I've taken them out of that job search. So now they have to completely start over again. So the best thing for them and the best thing for our company is to make that decision early on, because then they can still continue their job search. They're not having to start everything over. So we are always hiring, but they are vetted. They go, they're background checked federally, locally, and nationally. We are licensed and insured. They are our actual employees. They are not subcontractors. And I think what a lot of people don't realize is when you hire a cleaning company to come into your house, a lot of people are not doing it right. Correct. They are hiring subcontractors. Subcontractors are not employees. Subcontractors are also small business owners. So when you hire a company that uses a uses a subcontractor, they have to have their own insurance. It doesn't matter. Like if I hired subcontractors, it doesn't matter if I sent so-and-so to your house. If they're a subcontractor and they get hurt on your property or they break something, that's on their insurance. That's not on me.
Okay. Okay. And as well as if they do something that's not fruitful.
Right.
Right.
And if
find
they do
something they want to keep or whatever, that's can't come back on you.
Yep. And if they're a subcontractor and they don't do a good job, I can't send them back to reclean. These are my employees. They love where they work, and I don't say that lightly. Like I'm very proud of that because I've worked very hard on that culture. But they love where they work. They value feedback way more than anybody understands. Anytime somebody's like, "Well, I really didn't want to say anything, but they missed the fan." No, we want to know that. Our technicians want to know that. They understand that is job security. Their goal, first and foremost, is to make sure. Is to make sure that our clients are happy, because they know that a happy client is a returning client, and they know that a returning client guarantees them a paycheck.
Absolutely. Oh, 100%. And it's trust.
Yes.
Like you are getting the trust from those people. And we've met some of your people that work with you and that have drive crazy amounts to come work for you. And that has something to be said, because everyone has to clean.
Yep.
But not everyone likes to.
Right.
But some people do find it therapeutic. I know Sabrina finds it therapeutic.
Yeah. So I have a tremendous amount of respect for you and your company, mainly because I have cleaned for 20-something years. And so I know it's extremely hard. I had a lot of good clients, but you've taken something that even I felt personally ashamed of doing as a job. And you've turned it into, like this gold, and for lack of better words. Yeah. And I watch it and I'm like, wow, she's turned something of cleaning, like that people look down upon.
Absolutely.
And that I was embarrassed to actually say that I did and still do, as something, just like I said, a degree can't touch that, in my opinion. Like, that is huge. So I'm in awe of you. I respect you. Like I said, on the level, because I do it and have done it for a very long time. So it's not just a compliment; it's something that I physically have done. And so you've done very well. And
it's hard work. It really is. And my team is absolutely amazing. And I feel like they know how much I appreciate them. But we wouldn't have a company if we didn't have our cleaning technicians.
Well, team. Right. This is her. She said she appreciates you.
Yes, yeah,
you're
absolutely.
Listening. Your whole team is listening, right?
Yes, yeah. No, absolutely. Like we could not do what we do without them. So even when we bring in people to work in the office staff, that's one of our questions. Is like, you understand that the cleaning technicians come first and foremost. They are our VIPs. Like, you're never going to make as much money as our cleaning technicians do. We pay our cleaning technicians so well because we want it to be a career for them. I don't want people who come here and go, oh, now I have to go Uber at night and I've got to go do this on the weekend because I'm not making enough money. I want people who are going to come here. I want to be able to give them the opportunity to make the money and get to a point where we can offer lots of benefits. We already offer some, but the more we can offer, the better as well. So our office staff, even coming in, knows that they're not going to make the same pay that our technicians are going to make.
Well, good. It's all about keeping employees happy. I've got employees. I have one specific employee that I would take with her anywhere. I would just take her with me if I won the lottery. Yeah. Because you just can't find people that are as invested in your business as you are.
Right.
But when you do, you hold on to them like a barnacle.
Yes. Yep. I agree.
Very hard.
I agree.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah. Very hard.
Yes.
So I know that we know that you also have a lot of one of those octopus hands in the community.
Yeah.
So what are some of the important things in the community that you want to get across and let us know about?
Sure. Well, first and foremost, I was born and raised here, and my mom was born and raised here, and my grandmother was born and raised here.
Oh my, you're
So
generational.
I am generational to this area. My grandfather was born in Lake City, so he was also from Florida. My dad's side, they're transplants. They're from New York. But my mom's side
okay,
is...
now.
I know.
Okay, what's wrong with New York?
Nothing. I love New York. I love my dad. But all that said, I say that to say, this is my community. This is my hometown. And if I'm not striving to make it better, then what is the point of doing any of this? So one of the things that we do is we partner with a national nonprofit called Cleaning for a Reason. And Cleaning for a Reason, what they do is they vet people who are nominated to see if they're cancer patients. Sorry, it offers free cleaning for cancer patients. So if you know somebody who is struggling with cancer treatment, you can nominate them through cleaningforareason.org, and it's national, so it doesn't have to be here in Daytona. If you've got family back in New York that's struggling with cancer, you can also go in and nominate
It's
them.
nationwide. And it's cleaning through.
Cleaningforareason.org.
Okay.
And what they do is they will vet. It's unfortunately we have to vet people to make sure that they actually do have cancer, but there are people out there who try to, work the system. So they actually vet each patient that comes through, and then they pair them with a cleaning company in their area. So in our area, we're one of the companies that does it. I don't think we're the only one, but we're one of the ones that does it in this area. And so that means that once they've been nominated and pushed through to us, we go and we clean their house 2 times completely for free. We don't ask for a tip. We don't ask for any kind of payment from anybody. Like, we just absorb that as a cost of doing business to give back to our community, while we still pay our technicians. So our technicians still go and get paid to do the job that they're doing. So nobody can ever think, oh, well, they're just going to do a half-hearted job because they're, it's
free.
It's free or whatever. They would all do it on their own anyway, but that's not their responsibility. That's my responsibility. So we pay them to go and clean so that they get the best job ever. We don't want any tips or anything like that.
But if someone wanted to tip,
oh, absolutely,
they're able to take it. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Tipping is, it's never expected. It's always appreciated. Our girls and guy, we have a male technicians. First time we've had one that has stuck. It's so funny because we hire them and we want them to work out, but so many of them after a week come back and go, oh, this is way harder than I thought it was going to be. And so
it's very physical.
It's very physical.
Oh, that's why I said I respect it in a very respectful way.
Yeah. And that's the goal of what I'm doing, is to up level our whole industry so that people see it as a skilled trade. Our technicians go through continuing education every year. They go through programs to where they're learning the right types of chemicals to use on the right types of surfaces. They're learning what chemicals not to mix together because they cause poison gas. Like, they are constantly going through continuing education. It is a trade. It's not that they're just, Betty with a bucket down the street that's going to come in and just, bleach all your travertine floors and ruin the tile, or use, the big thing is using toilet bowl cleaner in the showers to clean the grout because it cleans it so well, but it's acidic and it eats away your grout.
You know what? That reminds me of something I saw recently, and it was somebody had done something to someone's tub, and immediately they said, Jen, I think it was in the Biz Besties group. They're like, what can I do to take this out?
Yeah.
And I was curious too. I'm like, oh, what has she got? It's like a science thing.
Yeah, it is. Oh, there's so
And
much science.
if I pay that much money for something, I certainly would want to know that the person is obviously using the right things and the right mixtures of things. So I loved that you just came out and you'd ask the questions, because I was invested.
Yeah.
It wasn't even my tub or something, but I was invested. I'm like, well, look at that.
Yeah.
Well, I want everybody to do the right thing. We have a Facebook group that's just for cleaning business owners, and a couple of my friends and I moderate it. And that's one of the things, is that one of the rules is you cannot suggest using something that is not meant to be used on that. Like, you'll have people who go, oh, I can't get my my client's glass stovetop clean. I used oven cleaner and it came out perfect. No, you're all around their countertop. What is their countertop made of? There is overspray. You're going to ruin their countertop. The oven cleaner goes in the oven. The toilet cleaner goes in the toilet. Don't use them outside of where they're supposed to be used. That's when you ruin things. And your insurance isn't going to cover it. If it is ruined because you didn't use the cleaning product as it's explained on the bottle, your insurance will not cover it.
Wow. See, these are the things that you don't know that we know.
Right.
Or that you know.
Right.
That we don't know as people. Meaning me, not you and Sabrina. Like,
because you don't need to know.
Because
you don't have a reason to.
And I don't look down on anyone cleaning. And I just wanted to say something about Sabrina's point that she felt bad about what she was doing. So first of all, don't ever do that again.
No.
But first of all, those people that you've gone in and you're cleaning their dirty house and they're looking down on you, the
Right.
one that's cleaning it, that's a little bit of a reflection they need to take because you're going and cleaning up their mess. So anybody out there that's, looking to buy any cleaning service, never look down on anybody.
No.
They're the ones taking care of you. Wouldn't it be more embarrassing if you had your friends come in your house and they saw what they saw?
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, it's unfortunate. And it happens every once in a while that we'll get a client that kind of talks down to our technicians or treats them bad. But we won't keep that client. That's not a client for us. So
Good.
one of our core values, we're peachy. We're positive, ethical, accountable, consistent. We value health and safety. And the last one is my favorite. It's you matter. And if you are a client or if you are an employee or if you are somewhere we are volunteering in the community and you don't align with those values, then you're not for us. So if we send a technician to your house and you're constantly talking down to them or berating them or something like that, then obviously you don't matter or we don't matter to you. So we wouldn't keep you as a client.
And they're going to treat you just as replaceable. So
Yep.
I like that you.
And that I like.
Yeah.
That I like.
I like.
I
that
want to
you
protect
keep
my
the
people. I don't, I
Exactly.
wouldn't let them talk to me that way. I'm not going to let them talk to my team that way.
Right.
Nice. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's why I love Jen and Just Peachy Clean.
Yeah.
Just Peachy Clean. Yes.
The other thing we did, I didn't get to touch on yet for the community stuff, is we do Hometown Heroes as well. So that's a program that I really love because, again, if we have a reason or if there is a last minute cancellation or something like that and we can't fill our technician schedules, I don't want them not working. So we have a program called Hometown Heroes where you can nominate your favorite hometown hero. That can be whoever you think is a hero. It could be a teacher. It could be your neighbor. It could be a police officer, a veteran, whoever. You watch your neighbor mow your other neighbor's yard every single week and that makes you happy. You can nominate him as a hometown hero. And when we have those gaps in the schedule that we can't fill last minute, we'll call them up and say, hey, you've been nominated for a free clean. We'd love to come clean your house for 3 hours. And we'll go up and we'll go over and we'll send our technician to go clean for 3 hours.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah. And then you're keeping your technicians working.
Right.
And then you're doing something good for someone else. Generally, do those people know they've been nominated?
No, most of them don't know they've been nominated. So when we call them, it's a surprise.
Nice surprise.
Yeah.
I like that.
Wow.
Yep.
I love that. See, there's so much more about entrepreneurship. And, you think you just, I'm just doing this because of this, and I've been in that situation. And my 2 kids were young and my son needed a lot of doctor's appointments. I'm like, I'm just going to stay home. And then I start doing some daycare. And now all of a sudden, 25 years later, I'm watching those little babies that I watched go off into the service or get married or they're in college. I'm like, whoa, you go down a path you don't expect that is going to take you to great places.
Oh my gosh. I didn't think when I started this, this year, I started cleaning probably about 14 years ago. This year will be 11 years in business with Just Peachy Clean. But when I started cleaning vacation rentals, I never thought, 1, that I would ever own my own business, 2, that I would have employees or anything like that, or 3, that last week I was awarded at a conference that I was with for being in the top 1% of cleaning companies in the United States for solo owners. So I was awarded a green jacket.
I am not
for that.
surprised about that, but yay, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Never in a million years did I dream that. It still feels very surreal and it was very emotional.
I love that because you definitely are like a Wonder Woman. If you've got you do a lot of things and do all of good things for people.
I try.
It's not just bragging. Oh, I have a cleaning company and I do this and that.
No.
But you do a lot of good things.
I try to stay humble. One of my favorite books is called The Go-Giver.
I love that.
I highly recommend it if you haven't read it. But that's kind of how I try to live my life. How can I add value?
Good for you. Now, where is Just Peachy Clean? Are they online?
Oh, yeah. So we have our website is always justpeachyclean.com, and physical location, we actually have an office over on Bevel Road right across from the golf course right there. It's 667 Bevel Road.
So if people wanted to make appointments, they can drop in or they can go to the website.
Yep. Or they can call our phone number, 386-290-7594.
Okay. And then your business coaching?
Yeah. So that's Profit Pathways. And the website for that is myprofitpathways.com. And there's also a Facebook page, which has a link to our email and our phone number and all of that.
Okay. And then the your two other community service things.
That's Cleaning for a Reason. So you can nominate people at cleaningforareason.org, and that's anywhere nationwide. And then for the Hometown Heroes, you just go to our website, which is always justpeachyclean.com. And in the toolbar, it says About Us, or yes, I think it's under the About Us tab. If you click that down, it'll have the Hometown Heroes there.
Okay. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you can think of?
I don't know. I feel like we talked
I
about
mean,
a lot.
I feel like that's a lot. See what I tell you? She's like octopus. That's only 4 hands. Hey, people, she's got 4 more hands available.
I know,
to
right?
do things.
You're like,
I can sleep when I'm dead. It's fine.
Exactly.
Well, Jen,
Yes.
thank you so
Thank you
much
so
for
very
spending
much.
this afternoon with us. And I'm selling my house, so I will be calling you.
Absolutely. Give us a
Actually,
call.
every time I walk in the house, I'm like, God, I gotta call Jen. So you know what? I'll be doing it right after this
There you go.
podcast.
Yep. Call the office. They can take care of it for you.
And your crown is already sparkling, but we hope
Yes.
we sparkled it even more.
No, this was awesome. I love
Polished
it.
it
Yeah.
right up for you.
Yeah. Fluffed my feathers a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes,
Always
fluffed
love
your
it.
feathers.
Always love it when people compliment me. I don't know what to do with the compliments, but I appreciate them.
You just absorb them.
Absorb
you
them,
absorb them
yes.
because you deserve them.
I tend to shake them off, and then people look at me, and I'm like, I didn't mean to like shudder when you said I did a good thing. I just don't know what to do with them. So
Right.
I appreciate that.
But you're getting
Because you're humble.
Yeah, you're humble, right? So thank you again, and
you.
always, everybody, remember to never let your crown dull.